Hey guys, welcome back to some Tornado Survival mod, localized weather mod, Season 11 gameplay. Last episode we got started, I talked a lot about my life and this series, and we watched last night a Sandstorm brew. We went and explored that, and it looks like it's still roaring, but it's starting to weaken now. There's now a giant thunderstorm, supercell mesocyclone developing. That would be towards our south. And I have begun to hear a little bit of thunder and lightning, but of course it is not raining yet, although I haven't got any closer to it. We found this village, and about now all I'm trying to do is just trying to get underground to do some mining, so we can get some more resources. Particularly, we need some redstone, and we need some more gold and such, as we do need to make a weather radar, because I really feel like we need to carry that with us to know, kind of to plan our day, where the weather is, what the weather is going to be like. And I don't know if that's wind or if that's rain about to start, but it seems like it's still pretty far away, and I'm not sure which direction it's moving. I feel like it's getting a little bit closer to me each and every time, but I think that's just the wind. I can't really tell. I hope that's not too loud for you guys or too quiet. I'll have to check it after this, because I started recording right away because I'm not sure what this storm's going to happen. So I didn't get to do a really thorough quality control check on it, but I think that'll be good. So we were going to live in this house, but I have a feeling this town's not going to be here for very much longer, because this is a pretty hostile environment next to this cool forest and hot desert. And I think that's kind of a funneled zone for storm development in this mod. The sandstorm has stopped now, so it might be worth fully going over to see what's going on, but I don't want this stuff to be sucked up and destroyed. And if we need to, we can just run underground into the ravine and survive there for a little bit. So I'm actually going to take this stuff. I'm actually going to take these. I'm going to actually take these as well. Makes my life easy. Because it sounds like it's getting really windy and it's getting gray outside, so I think we're going to go head for that ravine. You guys are on your own over here, although it looks like it's breaking up now. Yeah, it does. Okay, well, we're going to go down this way anyway, because I said this episode we'd do some more mining than what we did before. I think I can grab some carrots for some food. That'll be a good bet. Oh, my pockets are full. Oh my gosh, I have a ton of stuff. What do I need? I don't want granite. Get some Minecraft music playing here. We'll have to, let me take a picture of the coordinates of this village. And take some general pictures. Quite beautiful. So far, my impressions of this mod and its update, as I saw when I was actually just playing the, just taking a look at it myself, very much impressed with how much work the guy did in this. So I think that storm is breaking up, even though it's kind of moving in this direction. And I think we are safe for the time being. But what direction is this? East, west. So it seems like most of the prevailing winds right now have been from the east to the west. Which would be easterlies. So we're either like, are we what, in the trade winds? What's going on here? We in the tropics, so it'd be very conducive for, well, the sandstorms, but not the thunderstorms, just maybe not so much tornadoes. I'm not sure if that's meant to be, where there's a prevailing wind direction in the game, or if it's just kind of random and it depends on the day and the weather. Alright, well, now that we've had a little bit of damage here and there, let's... Oh wow, you can one-hit KO things with a wooden axe. We don't want a wooden axe anymore, we're going to get stone. And I always remember, like, you kind of look at the peripheral vision, the way it works, you can kind of see better over there than if you look straight at it. Alright, well, the sandstorm blew pretty bad over here. Oh, there's a savanna as well. So I'm going to go see if it took... I'm just curious to see the sandstorm stuff, and I'm sure you guys are as well. This game is not just all about tornadoes. I want to see if it actually took up some sand. It looks like it did. So it deposits sand and then maybe takes up some sand. Oh, look at this. A big sand drift. Oh, I hear thunder again. Yeah, it looks like it just basically any objects the sand piles up on. So if you built a house here, it'd be totally buried by the end. That would be quite neat. We'll maybe have to build a temporary home here. Alright. It's kind of like the snow accumulations or the snow drifts there. Alright. Thunder roars, you head indoors. Lightning safety, folks. We do not want to be another lightning fatality. Yeah, look at this sand. It just eventually down here will be turning into an actual desert, which isn't too terribly unrealistic. You know, sand dunes and deserts move around a little bit. But let's see. I can't believe I almost walked in here when the visibility was so low. I think if we just do, yeah, we'll just take a little bit of damage. Okay, we're going to do some mining. We're just going to collect a bunch of this iron, and then I think there was a cave down at the end we'll go run into. And I do like going into sandstone caves. You don't see them too often. They can be pretty neat. They can also be dangerous because there's often floating sand like right there, and if you just break one block to mine, everything can come crashing down and bury you. So you have to be careful when you mine and stuff underneath of a desert near the surface. But it's definitely very neat. So let's see. Plenty of iron. Plenty of iron, and this is good. Well, this isn't the latest version of Minecraft. Of course, Minecraft is in 1.11. We're in 1.10. I don't honestly remember what they added in I think 1.10 is like the husks and stuff, but I don't know what they added in 1.11. I think that was llamas, shulker boxes, and then the rocket flying that they added in 11.2. None of which I've actually ever interacted with, seen in vanilla, or messed with. But that's just because I went through a spell of not playing a lot of Minecraft right when those updates came out. You know, we played Spazcraft 2 on the channel, which if you are looking for a good vanilla series with friends, you can go check out Spazcraft. Season 1 I think was very good. Season 2 was okay, but more because people lost interest because summer ended and everyone went back to school. But I think it was pretty good. And Season 2 just stopped early because, you know, it was started with like 1.9 into 1.10 snapshots, and then 1.10 came out so quick, and then 1.11 started to come out already, and people already were like, well, I want to see the new 1.11 stuff. And then we just stopped. I stopped paying for the server because I'm like, I'm not going to pay for this server because I'm the only one playing it. I'll just do single player, and then I never did single player. So that's why that kind of faded away. I do have the world, though, so it's always worth going back at some point. But the reason I like doing Spazcraft is for the community, you know? I like doing the community. Playing with the friends and, you know, other people were recording. You could go and check them out. And the first Spazcraft, it worked great. Second one started to die a little bit. It's kind of people just too busy with school, man. School is busier than work. Because when you come home from school, which is essentially like being at work all day, in the end, you still have to, we should make a sword. Because in the end, you still have to do more, you know? You come home from school all day, then you have to do homework and study. And it makes it very difficult to have lots of time when you're in school. When you have a job in the real world, yeah, you can have time, you know. It's pretty easy. You go to work, but then you come home from work, and if you got a good job, you're not going to have to do anything else once you get home, and your days off mean days off, which is nice. Okay. Well, we need to make some more resources, so I'm going to make a little base down in this ravine for just the time being. I don't want us to die, and gather some more stuff up. So I'll start with mining in here. Make a little room. I'm going to cook the rest of this stuff. I am going to sort through and put a chest. And then I'm also going to make some gear. So we can go ahead down into that actual cave. So let me go ahead and do that. And then I will update you guys in just a moment after I have completed such tasks. Well, guys, I think we are ready to go do some mining. We got a resource together. I got a bed. I have full set of iron armor, some iron tools, plenty of food, and quick look at our resources here. I'm just going to leave them underground for now since we're just going to go more underground. And we shall just go deeper. I think that's all we're going to do at this point. Be the simplest thing to do. Today, a new snapshot came out for Minecraft 1.12. Hey there, guy. I like how your eyes glow in the dark. And that... Oh, there's an Enderman, too. And that update looks pretty neat. My thing, every time they do these dang snapshots and new updates to the game, I think the Elytra in the far end was a cool update, and then in 1.11.2 that added the flying was also a cool, the rocket propelled flight, which was pretty awesome. But I don't know, like the stuff they added right now, it's kind of cool. I don't think the terracotta glass like really fits the Minecraft 5. I just feel like it's kind of out of place. I'm indifferent about it. I'm not gonna like hate on it yet, but and then it's like there's, you know, this game is riddled with bugs and some basic features that you thought they would have added or changed at some point, and they haven't done that yet. And instead they're adding like concrete. Like who asked for concrete? What Minecraft player asked for concrete or like more sand or the color texture to change? I also, one thing I do not like is that they changed the color pattern of the game, and that's because, oh god, there's two of them. The reason why I don't like that is because I guess we're just gonna have to charge, because I didn't make a shield. I don't like it because Minecraft has been around for such a long time, and then if you just go ahead and you change the texture and the colored look of the most basic Minecraft block of the game, which was the colored wool, to me that just makes me sad. Like, that's the way, I mean, the same thing when they did gravel, and I guess like everyone got used to it, and cobble and grass used to look a bit different. But it's like, come on, after all this time now you're going to change it? And I mean, I guess some of them look good, some of them, you know, some of them look better, some of them are just like, okay. So, you know, I guess I don't not like what they changed it to. I just kind of am like, why would you change that of all of these years? And I'm sure there'll be some of you out there that agree with me and some that don't, as there always is. You know, everyone's like, every change is good, but like bats have zero freaking purpose, and you could have made something for that, but instead you leave endermites and bats and the dragon egg completely, completely, oh my gosh, I can't do two things at once. What has changed? Nothing. Like completely, like uncompleted, and then you add concrete? Like, why? But I guess I won't complain, because again, some change is better than no change, so I'll take these new building blocks, I guess. Like, come on, add some stairs and slabs for some more basic blocks. People have been asking that for years and years, and we're still adding concrete. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, so I'll have to play with it. I actually haven't played with the snapshot yet. Some of you have always asked me to do snapshot reviews, and I guess I can do that. Because some of you are like, yeah, you're like the only Minecraft channel I watch, so if you did that, then I would just watch you, you know, instead of having to go elsewhere to find out what they changed in the snapshots. So I might start doing that, but I would do it like, I would always just be so late. I'll do it like a week later, you know, I'm not sitting here at the exact time when they launch. Because if I did it, it would have to be Wednesday nights after work, because I am off of work on Thursdays and Fridays, usually. Unless the weather is busy. So yeah, going down my list, you know, just finding things to chat with you guys about while we do some mining. Nothing too special here. There will be no tornadoes this episode or storms. I'm going to remain underground until the end of this, and the next episode we'll see if we can get, the goal here is to find some redstone. So that way next episode we can do some mining, but I don't think this cave is going to give us any of that. Or not some mining, some crafting. I don't think this is going to get us that. Forgot how hard they made skeletons, man. It's awesome. There's also tons of bats. Yeah, this wasn't going to get us anything, was it? I'll do a couple poke holes here. I think that's where we were. Yeah, it was. Okay. Well, let's go try the other cave. And if not, I'll just have to go run around and find something off screen here, but... oh, waiting. Why did I not go down the deepest hole? Because it doesn't go anywhere. Actually, it does go somewhere. Wow, that is a serious hole. Alright, well, let's start going down. Alright. I played the first part of this episode the other day, and this is now a new day. If you couldn't possibly tell, maybe I sound a bit different. But I was spending most of today, because I didn't have to come into work, and I'm living in a temporary housing. I kind of packed up everything that I had from my apartment up at Pennsylvania and threw it in the car and moved it all down to Florida. And that's fine and all. But I have a real job now, so I would really like to have my own personal space. Through college and stuff, you've got roommates and roommates and roommates, and you share bedrooms and you share bathrooms and you share kitchens and living space. And I'm clicking because I've been playing too much 1.8 versions. Um, and I'm really ready for my own space. And, living expenses in college towns are expensive. A two-bedroom apartment, for instance, I was paying like $550 for rent, utilities included. There's some gold. We're getting somewhere now. And the rent was like $2,500 for two people, or $2,500 for the two-bedroom place, and then like a one-bedroom place is like $2,000, $1,500, because this Florida is a college. The place I'm in now is a college town, and it just kills me that it's just so dang expensive to live alone, and it's why you don't. I mean, I like to hoard my money, and I'm not too happy that I'm going to have to pay so much to live by myself. But especially when you consider you're also paying utilities and you're also paying for furniture, you got to buy that. It just kills me that I have to spend this much money, and it makes me very, very sad. But I think at this point I'm ready to spend that extra money to live by myself because I want to live by myself. I really don't want roommates anymore. Nothing against having roommates, but I'm ready for my own furniture and my own personal space. I think it'll be nice, and I think I hear a witch, so I should probably eat my food. I keep thinking I see dungeons, but it's all these different colored blocks. Oh, did I look at that Enderman? I don't think I did. I hear zombie dying. Blow up. Crap. I almost did it. Okay. Just like this up. There's some redstone. Beautiful. Mission accomplished. Lots of redstone. I almost thought that was going to fall in lava there. Oh, we got some glorious caves now. Plenty of gold, redstone. More gold. There's probably diamonds. What level are we at? 17? Most definitely is diamonds somewhere in this cave. So this will be awesome. Forgot how fun it is just to run around in the mines and gather resources. The days of Eldon where all I did was do that to try and make money to make my town. A lot of people still ask me about that server. Like, do you still play that server? They go on asking about me. I don't play that server anymore. I have not played that server for years. Ever since I started to make my own server. And that was already been out for years. And now, Zerthik, if you haven't been on Avius in a while or heard about it in a while, Zerthik has been recoding everything for Sponge and to customize the experience on Avius for what we'd like. So he's going to be running that server for the most part, and I'll just be playing it and or promoting it. So you can stay tuned for that in the future. I think we had talked about potentially having beta stuff up for February, but that's not going to be the case. So it looks like an earliest beta release, potential testing for that will be later into the start of March, and that's because we're still started back up school, and he's still a little bit behind on the last plugin. Sounds like a baby one. There might be a dungeon nearby. Love a dungeon. Maybe in that direction is what it sounds like to me. So yeah, look for that. We have a Discord, so you can go chat with us on the Discord if you want. You can find the link to that on the Avius forums. The links to that should be in all of my descriptions. Alright. Alright, well, I think this is getting pretty good. We can always come back down into these mines at a later date. So I guess I can run around for a little bit more. And I'm going to do that off camera, and I'll give you guys an update once I head back to our base and have a whole bunch of resources that we can start off next episode with some crafting, and that way we can decide where we want to start moving into and moving down the list. So let me go, do a little bit of mining, hopefully I won't die. And I thought he was coming for me. At the very end of this very long tunnel, right as I was about to turn back to the surface, as I had cleared out this whole section, look what there is. Diamonds! Although, Oh, we don't even get the achievement because I haven't even probably got the rest of these achievements. But there we go, 4 diamonds, which is, oh, not quite perfect. 5 diamonds is ideal. Let's see, maybe there's one more hidden here. I don't think so because there's dirt blocking the way. I think that kind of blocked the spawning of the rest of them. They don't usually spawn off to the side. Yeah, I think we're good. Well, we got some, so we can get some obsidian now and at least, go to the nether if we really wanted to. We can turn the weather on in the nether. Yeah, but not enough for the enchantment table. Well, I'm going to be heading to the surface here. Oh, I missed that bit of gold and this whole cave over here. Yeah, there's some more caves, but I think we're going to head to the surface. It looks like I got a pretty good haul, almost a stack of iron. I think we got about a half a stack of gold and half a stack of redstone. Or a stack of redstone. Oh, a stack and a half of iron. So I think this will be pretty good. I think that will allow us to do some crafting next episode. Maybe that'll get us to the surface. But I want to go back to where we were. Because I would like to do some crafting next time. Where did I come down from? Maybe over here? I think this was it. So I'm going to head up to the surface and get all this stuff cooked up and refresh myself with some of these recipes, at least the very basics. We're going to build a tornado siren, and we are going to build a weather radar, and then we'll go from there. So that'll be next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little mining trip and some chat with Mike to find out what the heck's going on in my life. I know some of you won't care, but some of you will. And we'll do some crafting next time and hopefully see some weather. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya!